Imagine opening your eyes on a calm morning in the year 2050 as sunlight enters through smart windows. Your home has already analyzed the weather, adjusted the room temperature, and prepared your daily schedule. Sorry. Your personal AI assistant gently reminds you about your meetings, health goals, and even suggests the best route for you today. Outside, silent electric vehicles glide through green smart cities powered by renewable energy. Buildings generate their own electricity. Air quality is being monitored in the real time, and technology quietly works in the background to improve everyday life. What once seemed like science fiction is now the reality. Yet the most important question remains, how did humanity arrive here? The journey into 2050 is not just about the machines, artificial intelligence, or futuristic cities. It is about the people, their dreams, innovations, struggles, and determination to build a better world. As we begin this exploration, imagine yourself standing at the gateway of the future, witnessing how today's choice transformed tomorrow's civilization. The story of 2050 is not merely a prediction, it is a glimpse into possibilities that are already taking shape around us. Throughout this video, we will explore how technology, healthcare, education, transportation, climate solutions, and even human relationships may evolve over the next few decades. Some predictions may inspire excitement, while others may raise important questions. But one thing is certain, the future belongs to those willing to understand it, prepare for it, and help to shape it. Welcome to the year 2050, a world where innovation and humanity meet in extraordinary ways. Throughout history, civilizations have looked towards the future with curiosity and hope. Ancient astronomers studied the stars to predict seasons. Industrial pioneers imagined machines transforming the society. Visionaries dreamed of aeroplanes, computers, and global communication networks long before they existed. So today we stand at a similar moment in the history. Predicting a life in 2050 is not about guessing the random possibilities. It is about understanding current trends and imagining where they may lead. Population growth, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, healthcare breakthroughs, and climatic adaptation are already reshaping the world. By 2050, the global population may approach 10 billion people, creating new challenges and opportunities. Governments, businesses, educators, scientists, and individuals all play a role in preparing for this future. Understanding what may come allows societies to make better decisions today. It helps the students choose valuable skills, businesses plan innovations, and nations prepare infrastructure for coming generations. While no prediction is perfect, history teaches us that those who anticipate change often benefit most from it. More importantly, forecasting the future encourages us to think critically about the kind of world we want to create. Will technology serve humanity responsibly while economic growth be sustainable? Will future generations inherit a cleaner and more prosperous planet? These questions matter because the future is not predetermined. Every invention, policy, and decision made today contributes to the world of tomorrow. As we continue this journey towards 2050, remember that the future is being written right now by billions of people across the globe. The choices made in the present will become the realities of the future. To understand the future, let us follow an ordinary citizen named Sarah as she begins her day in the 2050. Her smart bed gently wakes her at the ideal moment based on her sleep cycle analysis. As she walks into the kitchen, breakfast is already prepared according to her nutritional needs. Sensors embedded in her wearable devices continuously monitor her health, ensuring optimal wellness. Instead of checking the traffic reports, Sarah simply steps into an autonomous vehicle that safely transports her while she reviews work updates through augmented reality glasses. Her workplace exists partly in the physical space and partly in immersive virtual environments where colleagues from different continents collaborate as though they are sitting in the same room. During lunch, During lunch, AI systems recommend meals based on her health data and daily activities. Throughout the day, technology remains nearly invisible, quietly assisting rather than distracting. If a potential health issue is being detected, her healthcare provider is automatically notified. Shopping is highly personalized, education is lifelong and accessible, and many routine tasks are being automated. Yet, despite these advancements, Sarah still enjoys meaningful conversations, friendships, family connections, and personal goals. Her life demonstrates that the future is not simply about advanced technology, it is about improving convenience, health, productivity, and the quality of life. What seems extraordinary today may become entirely normal by 2050. Though through Sarah's experience, we begin to see how innovation may transform everyday life while preserving what matters most: human relationships, purpose, and the happiness. Artificial intelligence may become one of the most transformative technologies in the human history. In the early 21st century, AI assisted with search engines, recommendations, and basic automation. By 2050, AI could become an essential partner in nearly every aspect of life. Imagine an AI doctor capable of analyzing billions of medical cases within seconds to provide accurate diagnosis. Imagine teachers using AI tutors that adapt lessons to every student's learning style. Businesses may rely on intelligent systems to solve complex challenges, while scientists uses AI to accelerate discoveries in the medicine, energy, and space exploration. However, the future of AI is not necessarily about replacing the humans. Instead, it may be about enhancing human capabilities, creativity, empathy, leadership, and critical thinking remains uniquely valuable human strengths. AI becomes a powerful tool that amplifies these qualities, yet concerns remain. Will AI be regulated responsibly? How can societies ensure fairness and the privacy? These debates are important because technology reflects the values of those who creates it. The most successful future may be one where humans and AI collaborate, combining computational power with human wisdom. Rather than fearing intelligent machines, humanity may learn to guide them towards solving some of the world's greatest challenges. In 2050, AI could help create a healthier, smarter, and more connected world while reminding us that technology is most powerful when it serves humanity. As Sarah continues her day in the 2050s, she enters a workplace unlike anything previous generations experienced. Gone are the endless repetitive tasks that once consumed millions of workers. Artificial intelligence and automation now can handle routine calculations, data entry, scheduling, and logistics. Yet, contrary to the fears from decades earlier, people are not unemployed on a massive scale. Instead, work has evolved. Human creativity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and innovation have become the most valuable skills in the global economy. Sarah works as an experienced designer, creating immersive educational environments for the students worldwide. Her colleague develops ethical guidelines for advanced AI systems, while another manages climate restoration projects using sophisticated environmental technologies. Many carriers that dominate 2050 did not even exist in the 2025. Space tourism coordinators, virtual world architects, human machine interaction specialists, digital wellness coaches, and longevity consultants are just a few examples of professions born from technological progress. Throughout history, technological revolutions have transformed labor markets. The Industrial Revolution replaced certain jobs while creating entirely new industries. The Internet transformed communication, commerce, and entertainment. Similarly, the AI revolution has shifted the focus of human work towards uniquely human strengths. Machines excel at processing information, but humans continue to excel at imagination, empathy, leadership, and solving complex social challenges. However, this transition was not without challenges. Millions needed retraining and lifelong learning became essential. Governments, educational institutions, and businesses invested heavily in reskilling programs to prepare workers for the future economy. Those who embraced continuous learning discovered unprecedented opportunities. The most successful professionals in the 2050 are not necessarily the most technically skilled. They are adaptable individuals capable of learning, collaborating, and innovating in the rapidly changing environments. Technology has not eliminated human value, it has amplified it. As Sarah finishes a creative brainstorming session with colleagues from 5 different continents, she reflects on how work has become more meaningful, flexible, and purpose driven than ever before. The future of jobs is ultimately a story about human potential being unlocked rather than being replaced. Imagine stepping into a classroom where the walls disappear and students instantly find themselves standing among the pyramids of Egypt, exploring the surface of Mars, or observing the birth of stars in distant galaxies. In 2050, education has become a fully immersive experience. Traditional memorization based learning has largely been replaced by exploration, simulation, and personalized discovery. A young student named Aiden begins his school day by putting on lightweight augmented reality glasses. His AI tutor already understands his strengths, weaknesses, interests, and preferred learning style. Lessons are customized specifically for him. When he struggles with a mathematical concept, the system instantly adjusts its teaching method. When he masters a topic, new challenges appear automatically. Education is no longer limited by geography, income, or access to the physical institutions. Students from remote villages learn alongside peers from the major cities. Language barriers have largely disappeared thanks to the real time translation technologies. The world's best educators and resources are accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Teachers remain essential, but their role has evolved. Instead of simply delivering the information, they act as the mentors, coaches, and guides who help students develop creativity, emotional intelligence, ethical reasoning, and critical thinking skills. Human connection remains at the heart of learning. Perhaps the greatest transformation is the concept of lifelong education. In 2050, learning does not end with the graduation. People continuously acquire new skills throughout their careers and personal life. As industries evolve rapidly, adaptability becomes a key advantage. Education has become less about preparing students for specific jobs and more about preparing them for continuous change. The classroom of 2015 is not confined to a building. It is an interconnected global learning ecosystem designed to unlock human potential. For millions of learners around the world, education has transformed from a requirement into an existing lifelong journey of discovery. One evening in 2050, Sarah receives a notification from her wearable health monitor. It has detected subtle biological changes that may indicate a future health issue. Before she feels any symptoms, her healthcare provider is already reviewing the data. This moment represents one of the greatest transformations in human history. Healthcare has shifted from treating illness to preventing it. For centuries, medicine focused on responding to disease after symptoms appear. By 2050, predictive healthcare has become the norm. Advanced sensors continuously monitor vital signs, genetic markers, and environmental factors. Artificial intelligence analyzes this information in real time, identifying risks long before they become serious conditions. Hospitals themselves have changed dramatically. AI-powered diagnostic systems assist doctor with extraordinary accuracy. Robotic surgeons perform highly precise procedures. Personalized medicine tailors treatment to each individual's unique genetic profile, maximizing effectiveness while minimizing the side effects. Diseases once considered deadly have become manageable or preventable. Early cancer detection rates have improved significantly. Neurodegenerative diseases are treated more effectively through advanced therapies. Organ shortages have been reduced through bioprinting technologies capable of creating functional tissues and organs. Yet, technology has not replaced healthcare professionals. Doctors, nurses, and caregivers remain essential because healing involves more than the science. Compassion, trust, communication, and emotional support continues to play critical roles in the patient care. Healthcare in 2050 is not simply about extending the life, it is about improving the quality of life. People remain healthier, more active, and more productive for longer periods. While challenges regarding accessibility and affordability still exist, the overall direction is clear. Humanity has entered an era where preventing suffering is becoming as important as curing diseases. For billions of people, this revolution represents one of the most meaningful advancements of the century. By the middle of the 21st century, humanity has achieved something once considered impossible, significantly slowing aspects of biological aging. Scientists spent decades studying the mechanisms that cause cells to deteriorate over the time. Their discoveries transformed medicine and expanded the human lifespan. A retired teacher named Michael celebrates his 100th birthday in the 2050. Remarkably, he remains active, healthy, and intellectually engaged. He writes regularly, mentors younger generations, and continues pursuing lifelong interests. His story reflects a broader trend across the society. Advanced regenerative medicine repairs damaged tissues, genetic therapies address age-related conditions before they become debilitating. Stem cells treatments restore functionality in aging organs. AI-guided health management helps individuals maintaining optimal wellness throughout the life. However, increased longevity raises profound questions. Can society support largely elderly populations? Will healthcare technologies be accessible to everyone? Could longer life create new economic and social challenges? Critics argue that life extension technologies may initially benefit wealthier populations. Supporters point out that most technological innovations become increasingly affordable over the time. Similar concerns accompanied the introduction of computers, smartphones, and medical treatments decades earlier. The ultimate goal is not immortality. Instead, it is healthy longevity, extending the number of years people can live, vibrant, fulfilling the life. Families spend more time together, knowledge and experience remains valuable for the longer periods. Multiple careers become common throughout extended lifespans. As humanity continues to unlock the secrets of aging, one lesson becomes clear. Longevity is not merely about adding years to the life, it is about adding life to years. The future of aging may become one of the most transformative chapters in the human history, fundamentally changing how society views health, retirement, family, and the personal fulfillment. As the sun rises over the city of 2050, the skyline looks familiar yet remarkably transformed. Towering buildings covered in the living greenery absorb carbon dioxide while generating clean energy through transparent solar panels. Streets are quieter, cleaner, and more efficient. Sensors embedded throughout the city continuously monitor the traffic flow, air quality, energy consumption, and public safety. What once required massive human coordination is now managed intelligently through interconnected systems. A young architect named Maya walks through one of these smart cities. She notices that traffic congestion has become rare because autonomous transportation networks coordinate movement in the real time. Public spaces are designed to promote community interaction, mental well-being, and environmental sustainability. Urban farms are integrated into residential towers, reducing food transportation costs and increasing local food security. These cities are not merely technological achievements, they are human-centered environments. Smart infrastructure helps reduce waste, conserve water, and improve the quality of life. Buildings automatically adjust lighting, temperature, and energy usage to optimize efficiency. Emergency services respond faster because predictive systems identify potential risks before they escalate. Yet, challenges remain. Rapid urbanization requires careful planning to ensure affordability and accessibility. Leaders must balance technological advancement with privacy, inclusivity, and environmental stewardship. The cities of 2050 represents humanity's attempt to create urban environments that are not only smarter but also healthier, greener, and more equitable. As Maya looks across the skyline, she realizes that cities are no longer simply places where people live, they are living systems designed to help people thrive. For much of human history, transportation determined the speed of civilization itself. In 2050, mobility has entered a revolutionary new era. Sarah's automation, autonomous vehicle arrives precisely when needed. There is no steering wheel, no traffic stress, and virtually no accidents. Advanced artificial intelligence coordinates millions of vehicles simultaneously, optimizing routes and reducing the congestion. Electric transportation dominates the roads worldwide. Renewable energy powers vehicles, trains, ships, and even the aircraft. High-speed transit systems connect major cities faster than many commercial flights did in the previous decades. Drone delivery networks transport goods efficiently, reducing delivery times and lowering the emissions. Transportation is no longer viewed merely as movement from one place to another. Travel time has become productive time. Passengers work, learn, relax, or communicate while intelligent systems handle navigation. Accessibility has improved dramatically for elderly individuals and the people with disabilities. Some futuristic concepts, such as flying taxis and autonomous aerial transport, have become common in the densely populated regions. Infrastructure has evolved alongside these innovations, creating interconnected mobility ecosystems that prioritize safety and sustainability. Critics once worried about autonomous transportation would eliminate jobs and create new safety risks. However, rigorous regulations, technological improvements, and the workforce adaptation helped ease many concerns. The transportation revolution demonstrates how technology can solve long-standing challenges while creating new opportunities. In 2050, moving through the world is safer, cleaner, faster, and more convenient than ever before. At the end of a busy day, Sarah returns to her smart homes. Before she enters the house, has already adjusted lighting, temperature, and ambience according to her preferences. The refrigerator automatically replenishes groceries. Security systems identify visitors and monitor potential threats. Energy systems optimize consumption based on weather forecasts and household activity. Homes in 2050 function as intelligent partners rather than passive structures. Advanced sensors monitor indoor air quality, detect maintenance issues, and improve energy efficiency. Appliances communicate seamlessly with one another, creating a highly coordinated living environment. Sustainability plays a central role in the future housing. Many homes generate their own electricity through solar technology, store energy in advanced batteries, and recycle water efficiently. Smart construction materials adapted to environmental conditions improve durability and reducing the resource consumption. Despite these technological advancements, the purpose of a home remains unchanged. It is still a place of comfort, connection, and security. Families gather for meals, celebrate milestones, and create memories together. Technology enhances these experiences rather than replacing them. The homes of 2050 reflects a broader trend through society. Technology becomes increasingly integrated to daily life while remaining largely invisible. The greatest innovations are often those that quietly improve quality of life without demanding constant attention. For future generations, intelligent homes become not a luxury but a standard part of everyday living. One of humanity's greatest achievements by 2050 is the transformation of its energy systems. For centuries, civilization depended heavily on fossil fuels. While these resources powered economic growth, they also contributed significantly to environmental challenges. The energy revolution of the 21st century sought to change that trajectory. Across the world, renewable energy sources now dominate electricity production. Vast solar farms, offshore wind installations, advanced geothermal systems, and potentially commercial nuclear fusion facilities provide clean, reliable energy. Smart grids dynamically balances supply and demand, reducing the waste and improving efficiency. A young engineer named Daniel oversees a regional energy network. Artificial intelligence helps predict consumption patterns and optimize the distribution. Communities generate much of their own power locally, reducing dependence on centralized infrastructure. Energy storage technologies ensure reliability even during fluctuations in the production. The benefits extend far beyond environmental sustainability. Clean energy improves public health, reduces geopolitical tensions related to resources competition, and creates new industries and employment opportunities. Entire economies have emerged around renewable technologies and energy innovation. While challenges remain, including infrastructure, investment, and global coordination, overall direction is encouraging. The transition demonstrates humanity's capacity to address complex problems through innovation, collaboration, and long-term thinking. Energy in 2050 is not merely cleaner, it is smarter, more resilient, and more accessible than ever before. Feeding nearly 10 billion people requires one of the greatest agricultural transformations in the human history. In 2050, farming looks very different from the traditional image of vast fields and seasonal uncertainty. Technology has revolutionized food production while promoting sustainability. Inside a vertical farm located in the center of a major city, crops grow year-round under carefully controlled conditions. Sensors monitor nutrients, water levels, and plant health continuously. Artificial intelligence optimizes growing environments to maximize yields while minimizing the resource consumption. Farmers increasingly use precision agriculture tools that analyze soil conditions, weather patterns, and crop performance in the real time. Drones survey fields, autonomous machinery handles labor-intensive tasks, and predictive systems help prevent diseases outbreaks before they spread. Alternative protein sources, including cultivated meat and plant-based innovations, help reduce environmental pressure associated with traditional livestock production. Food waste declines significantly, and thanks to improved logistics and intelligent supply chains. Most importantly, agriculture becomes more resilient to climate challenges. Future food systems are designed not only for productivity but also for sustainability. Humanity's ability to feed billions while protecting ecosystems becomes one of the defining success stories of the century. By 2050, climate change remains one of humanity's greatest challenges, but it is also a powerful example of collective action and innovation. Decades earlier, scientists warned of rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and ecosystem disruption. Those warnings inspired unprecedented efforts to adapt and mitigate environmental risk. Cities invest heavily in climate resilient infrastructure, coastal communities build advanced protection systems, renewable energy places much of the fossil fuel economy, carbon capture technology remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere, massive reforestation projects restore ecosystems and biodiversity. A climate scientist named Elena reflects on decades of progress. While not every prediction proved accurate, the overall lesson became clear. Waiting was not an option. Governments, businesses, and individuals had to work together. Critics once argued that technology alone could not solve environmental problems. They were correct. Sustainable progress requires not only innovation but also responsible behavior, policy reform, and global cooperation. The most successful solutions combine technological capabilities with the human commitment. Climate adaptation in 2050 demonstrates that humanity's greatest strength may be its ability to learn, innovate, and collaborate when faced with difficult challenges. The story is not one of perfection but of perseverance. The future remains uncertain, but it is shaped by the actions people choose to take today. Internet of 2050 is far more than a collection of websites and applications. It has evolved into a fully immersive digital ecosystem seamlessly integrated into the daily life. Imagine putting on lightweight smart glasses and instantly accessing information layering directly onto the physical world around you. The distinction between online and offline has become increasingly blurred. A university student named Sophia begins her day by attending a virtual lecture hosted simultaneously across the 5 continents. Real-time language translation allows students from different cultures to communicate effortlessly. Instead of searching for information, intelligent systems proactively provide relevant knowledge exactly when needed. Businesses use advanced digital formats for collaboration. Healthcare providers deliver remote treatments through connected platforms, and citizens interact with the government services instantly through secure digital identities. The internet has become more personalized, responsive, and intuitive than ever before. Cybersecurity has also evolved dramatically. Advanced encryption, decentralized networks, and AI-driven threat detection helps protect personal information in an increasingly connected world. Privacy remains a major concern, but new technologies and regulations strive to balance convenience with the security. Critics warn that excessive digital immersion could reduce real world interactions. Others worry about misinformation, data ownership, and technological dependence. These concerns continue to shape public debates. However, supporters argue that the future internet has democratized knowledge, improved communication, and expanded opportunities globally. Ultimately, the Internet of 2050 functions less like a tool and more like an extension of human capability. It connects people, information, and experiences in the ways that previous generations could scarcely imagine. For billions of individuals, it serves as a gateway to the education, employment, healthcare, creativity, and global collaboration. As Sophia removes her virtual learning headset, she realizes how natural immersive technology has become. Virtual reality and augmented reality are no longer niche innovations. By 2050, they are integrated into nearly every aspect of life. In education, students work through ancient civilizations, witness historical events, and explore scientific phenomena as if physically present. In healthcare, surgeons practice complex procedures within realistic simulations before entering operating rooms. Businesses conduct meetings inside virtual environments where participants from around the world interact naturally despite being thousands of kilometers apart. Entertainment has undergone a dramatic transformation. Rather than simply watching stories, audiences experience them. Person can explore historical kingdoms, travel through distant galaxies, or participate in adventures from the perspective of the main character. Tourism has also changed before visiting a destination physically. Yet concerns persist. Some experts worry that highly immersive digital environments could encourage escapism or reduce face-to-face interaction. Others question how societies should regulate virtual property, digital identities, and psychological well-being. The challenge for 2050 is ensuring these technologies enhance human experiences rather than replacing them. When used responsibly, VR and AR expand opportunities for learning, creativity, communication, and exploration. They demonstrate humanity's desire to transcend physical limitations and experience the world in entirely new ways. For centuries, humanity has used the technology to extend its capabilities. Glasses improved the vision, medical implants restored the health, computers enhanced productivity, and by 2050, this progression has entered a new era through human enhancement technologies. Scientists have developed technologies that assist memory, improve communication, and help individuals overcome physical limitations. Advanced prosthetics function almost as naturally as biological limbs. Sensory technologies help restore hearing and vision. Brain machine interfaces allow direct interaction with the digital systems. Supporters view these innovations as powerful tools for improving human well being and accessibility. Millions of people benefit from the technologies that restore abilities, reduce suffering, and create new opportunities. The answers are complex and evolving. What is clear is that human enhancement technologies force society to reconsider fundamental questions about identity, fairness, and human potential. As Lucas confidently navigates his daily life, he represents both the promise and the responsibility that accompany such powerful innovations. For thousands of years, humanity looked towards the stars with curiosity and wonder. By 2050, that curiosity has evolved into a new era of exploration. What began with satellites and lunar landings has expanded into a sustained human presence beyond the Earth. On the Moon, international research bases support scientific discovery, resource development, and technological experimentation. Scientists study lunar geology while testing systems that may eventually support deeper space missions. Meanwhile, human explorers of the Mars continue building the foundations for long-term settlements. A young astronaut named Elena catches at the Martian horizon for her generation, traveling beyond Earth is no longer an unimaginable dream but a professional reality. Space agencies and private organizations collaborate on missions that would have seemed impossible decades earlier. Economic opportunities have emerged as well. Asteroid mining, satellite infrastructure, and extraterrestrial research contributes to growing space industries. Critics question whether resources should focus on Earth-based challenges. Instead, supporters argue that space exploration drives innovation, inspires future generations, and expands humanity's long-term survival prospects. The story of space exploration is ultimately a story about curiosity. It reflects humanity's desire to learn, discover, and push beyond known boundaries. As rockets continue departing the Earth, they carry not only equipment and scientists, but also one of humanity's oldest ambitions to understand what lies beyond the horizon. The economy of 2050 is more connected, intelligent, and dynamic than any previous era. Artificial intelligence supports decision making, digital currencies facilitate global transactions, and innovation drives unprecedented productivity. An entrepreneur named Maya launches a business from her home and instantly reaches customers worldwide. Geographic limitations that once restricted economic opportunities have largely disappeared. Small creators compete alongside major corporations in a highly interconnected marketplace. Automation has increased efficiency across industries. Routine tasks are handled by intelligent systems, allowing humans to focus on strategy, creativity, and relationship building. Entirely new sectors have emerged around renewable energy, biotechnology, artificial intelligence, climate solutions, and space exploration. However, economic transformation also create challenges. Wealth distribution, workforce transitions, and technological access remains major policy concerns. Governments continuously adapt regulations to ensure innovation benefits society broadly rather than concentrating advantages among a small number of organizations. The future economy rewards adaptability. Success depends less on performing repetitive tasks and more on the learning, innovating, and solving complex problems. As Maya reviews business opportunities from the partners across multiple continents, she experiences an economy where creativity and connectivity drive prosperity. Despite all technological advancements, one truth remains unchanged in the 2050. People still need people. Human relationships continue to shape happiness, purpose, and community. Technology has transformed communication, but it has not eliminated the need for genuine connection. Families separated by continents interact through immersive communication systems that create the feeling of being physically together. Friends share experiences through virtual informants while maintaining meaningful real world relationships. Communities form around shared values, interests, and goals rather than geographic proximity alone. Yet society faces important challenges. Constant connectivity can create information overload. Digital interactions sometimes compete with face to face experiences. Maintaining mental well-being and authentic relationships require conscious efforts. Many communities respond by emphasizing balance. Schools teach digital wellness, workplace encourage healthy technology habits, individuals prioritize meaningful interactions alongside technological convenience. The greatest lesson of 2050 may be that technology is most valuable when it strengthens human relationships rather than replacing them. Progress is not measured solely by innovation, but by whether innovation improves life. Every era of transformation brings hope, but it also brings fear. As humanity moved towards 2050, many people wondered whether technology would create a better future or a more complicated one. They reflected genuine questions about the direction of society. Environmental concerns also remained significant. Despite technological progress, many questioned whether humanity could successfully address climate change, resource shortages, and biodiversity loss. Rising populations created additional concerns about the housing, food security, and infrastructure demands. A journalist named Emma interviewed citizens from around the world about their hopes and fears for 2050. Surprisingly, many responses shared a common theme. People were not afraid of technology itself, they were afraid of how it might be used. History had repeatedly shown that every powerful innovation could be used for both positive and negative purposes. As humanity approached 2050, one lesson became clear: acknowledging risk is essential for building a better future. The goal was never to eliminate uncertainty, but to navigate it wisely. Every generation faces challenges, and the future belongs to those willing to confront them with courage, knowledge, and determination. The road to 2050 was far from smooth. Nearly every major technological breakthrough generated controversy. Throughout history, transformative innovations have often been met with skepticism, and the future proved no different. Artificial intelligence sparked intense debates. Some experts argued that AI could improve healthcare, education, and productivity on an unprecedented scale. Others warned about bias, surveillance, and the concentration of power within large technology organizations. Questions surrounding accountability became increasingly important. Human enhancement technologies created another major controversy. Brain-computer interfaces, genetic modifications, and cognitive enhancement tools raised profound ethical questions. Should humans modify themselves beyond natural limitations? Would enhanced individuals gain unfair advantages over others? Environmental technologies also faced criticism. Some argued that humanity relied too heavily on technological solutions instead of changing consumption habits. A global policy conference in the 2040s brought together scientists, ethicists, political leaders, and citizens. Their discussions highlighted a fundamental truth: progress is rarely simple. Every innovation creates opportunities while introducing new responsibilities. Rather than avoiding difficult questions, societies learned to confront them openly. Through dialogue, compromise, and continuous learning, humanity worked to ensure that technological advancement aligned with human values. The future was not built through blind optimism, but through thoughtful examination of both possibilities and the risks. As debates intensified throughout the early decades of the 21st century, many critics predicted disastrous outcomes from technological change. Yet history offered a valuable perspective. Nearly every transformative innovation had generated similar fears. A historian named David spent years studying past technological revolutions. His research revealed a consistent pattern. New technologies disrupted existing systems, created uncertainty, and generated resistance. Critics were not entirely wrong. Some concerns proved valid and required action. The lesson was clear. Skepticism can be valuable when it encourages responsible development. Blind optimism can be dangerous, but so can excessive pessimism. The most successful approach combines innovation with the accountability. While fears and controversies attracted the headlines, another story quietly unfolded. Across the world, millions of people experienced improvements in health, education, opportunity, and the quality of life. The future was not defined solely by the challenges. Poverty declines in many regions as digital connectivity expands access to education, financial services, and economic opportunities. Entrepreneurs launch businesses from virtually anywhere in the world. Scientific discoveries accelerate through collaboration between humans and intelligent systems. A teacher named Sophia reflects on these changes while watching her students participate in a virtual exchange program connecting classrooms from multiple countries. Of course, no future is perfect. Difficulties remain, yet history demonstrates that progress is often achieved gradually through persistence and the collaboration. The future of 2015 offers countless opportunities for individuals and societies willing to embrace change while remaining grounded in the human values. As we stand on the threshold of the future, it is important to remember that every achievement of 2050 began with decisions made decades earlier. Scientists pursued difficult research, teachers inspired curiosity, Engineers solve complex problems, communities invested in progress, future success emerged from countless acts of dedication performed by ordinary people. Her stories teach us an important lesson. Progress should never be taken for granted. Every generation inherits opportunities created by those who came before. Gratitude helps people appreciate these contributions while inspiring them to contribute in the return. Looking forward, 2050 encourages reflection on the present. What choices are we making today? What legacy will we leave for future generations? How can we contribute positively to the world around us? The answer may vary, but the principle remains universal. The future is shaped by actions taken in the present. Every innovation, policy, and personal decision contributes to the world that future generations will inherit. As our journey through 2050 comes to an end, imagine standing on a hill overlooking the world of future. Cities glow with clean energy, transportation moves efficiently and sustainably. Diseases that once caused suffering are prevented before they begin. Yet the most remarkable achievement is not technological, it is human. A young child gazes at the stars one evening and dreams about the future beyond 2050, just as previous generations imagined possibilities that become reality. New dreams are already taking shape. The story of human civilization continues. What matters most is not whether every prediction comes true. What matters is the direction of humanity chooses. Will technology be used to unite or divide? Will innovation create opportunities for many of privilege for a few? Will future generations inherit a world that is healthier, fairer, and more sustainable? So the answer depends on us as we leave the year 2050 behind and return to the present. Remember this powerful truth. The future is not a destination waiting to be discovered. It is a story being written right now by billions of people around the world. And perhaps the greatest prediction of all is humanity's best chapters may still lie ahead.